Hello again, teachers. Today we're going to answer a question that had to do with creating what we typically would call a distribution list, but in Google. So distribution list is kind of relegated to Microsoft Office products, and when we are in Google, it's usually more around either called groups or contacts. So, and hopefully as we go through this, it'll show you why could be a good thing for you and why it's valuable. So if you're not used to using contacts in Google, just know that you can get it through the little Google waffle up here in the top right where it says Google Apps. You can click on that and go to Contacts. You can also go directly there by just typing in contacts.google.com. So I already have mine open, and here is my contacts page. So you can create individual contacts here. This is also integrated with our Active Directory system, so if you type in someone's email address, it will automatically identify their name as well. But what we want to talk about today is creating a group. And in this scenario, we want to create a group because I want to use that group to invite all of them into a Google Meet easily. This would be applicable if you use Google Meet for your students, and maybe you want to invite your students through your calendar to that Google Meet so it shows up on their Google Meet page as part of a calendar. This is typically more for like primary younger students, so let's walk through that process. So I would go to create new contact, but instead of just creating a contact, I'm going to create multiple contacts. And the reason I do that is because I have the ability to give it a label. So in this label, I'm going to call it my Google Classroom group. Once I've given it a label, now it's time to just start typing in your student email addresses, or if it's a group that's non-students, that's fine too. The only thing that's a little weird about this is that you actually have to type out the address, not just a name. If you are comfortable using a CSV file, you guys are welcome to import that here, but I'm just going to cover the real basics today. It will not show you their name until you click on create. So I'm going to invite a few people into this group, and you can just separate them by commas. And I know this seems like kind of a tedious process, and I'm not going to lie, it is. But the good news is you only have to do this once. So if I were setting this up for this next school year, like for example, if we were starting out with remote learning, you only have to do this process one time, and once you've done that, you have your group. So I'm just going to hit tab so it automatically will recognize all those emails, and then I click on create. So in contacts, I now see here under labels, it says Google Classroom Group, and inside there I see the 3 people that I added. If you forgot someone, or maybe you made a typo, just know that you can mouse over and edit any one of these individuals. You can also go to create contact, and when you create a new contact, you can just add a label up here to choose the group you already have. So in this case, I'm going to add a student I have. And again, it will add that student and it will identify the name. So now that I have my group, now let's see what that could look like over in Meet. So in this case, I'm going to actually use Google Calendar so that I can schedule the meeting. So let's say that I am meeting today at 4 o'clock. So I set up my meeting, and from here, make sure you click on Add Google Meet Video Conferencing, and where it says Add Guests, you simply start typing in the name of your group. And there it is, Google Classroom Group. And once I do that, it will automatically populate with everybody who was in that group I just created under Google Contacts, and then I can click on Save. Those people will now get an invitation. If I selected send, they would get an invitation in their email. In this case, when they go to Google Meet, they will now see that as a calendar item on there that they can just click. So we've seen this be very popular with, again, primary and younger students because we direct them to go to their OUSD dashboard, they click on Google Meet, and then it will actually show the meeting time there for them, so there's just a one-click and join. Obviously, you can use it for however you want, but hopefully you guys found that helpful to be able to use your Google Contacts to create a new label or group, and then use that group in Calendar for your Google Meet. Until next time, remember, you cannot be an analog teacher in a digital world, and good luck out there. Until next time.